Our movie today takes place in the 19th century. We see a village called Pennsylvania together, but this village has a kind of prosperity, yet at the same time, no one ever leaves this village. This is because there is a large wall around the village, not to mention a watchtower where someone is always monitoring the situation. The truth is that this village is located in the forest, and for this reason, the villagers do not communicate with anyone from the surrounding villages. The people living there never leave this village until they die. There is no money used there, everyone respects each other, and marriage is very easy. Anyone can marry the person they want. They have a rule that says if a person likes someone, they cannot hold their hand until they marry them. Now the elderly people living there, known as the elders, hold meetings from time to time. We learn that the son of one of them died due to illness, because they do not have any kind of medical institutions in this village. Therefore, it is impossible for them to treat any kind of disease. The next morning, we see everyone sitting and eating together, and suddenly they hear strange sounds coming from the forest. Everyone is afraid when they hear them, but sitting with them is a man with a brain disorder named Noah, who starts laughing. No one bothers him or makes fun of him because everyone living in the village loves and supports each other very much. The next morning, they find the carcass of an animal in the village. Later, the elders hold a meeting to discuss who might have killed this animal. After a while, a young man from the village named Lucius arrives and requests permission to leave the village so he can bring supplies and establish a medical institution here. He tells them there must be a village around them and reminds them that someone died of illness and could have been saved if they had medical tools. However, his request is always rejected because the demons living in the forest around the village attack whenever someone breaks the rules. The elders made an agreement with them stating that no one should ever leave the village, and they refuse to break the agreement because if they do, the demons will come and attack the people again. We understand that the demons made this agreement only with the village elders. They also say they met them, but the new generations only hear strange sounds from the forest. They hear that the elders get wounded and injured by the demons in the village, but Lucius is not afraid of these demons and wants to go to the forest, but unfortunately, they do not allow him. In the next scene, we meet a girl named Ivy. We learn she is blind and cannot see, but she has very strong senses. She goes to Lucius with Noah and tells him, "I know why you don't want to hold my hand. It's because you love me." It turns out she is right. Lucius does love Ivy. Lucius is with Noah, whose mental health is completely gone. Noah is seen holding red fruit, which is only found in the forest. We discover that the color red is forbidden in this village. They don't wear red clothes, hold red flowers, or even red fruit, because red is considered the forbidden color to them. Whenever they see it, they must bury it immediately. At that moment, Lucius realizes that Noah entered the forest, and the demons did nothing to him. Because of this, he goes to the elders again and tells them that Noah had red fruit in his hand, which is only found in the forest. This means he entered the forest, and because of his innocence, the demons did nothing to him. He is also not afraid of the demons, so Lucius wants to go to other villages to get medicine. He says his request should be approved, but the elders reject it again. The only thing that stays in his mind is leaving this village by any means to get medicine. The next morning, he goes to the village borders and sees a shadow in front of him. He realizes it is the shadow of a demon, so he returns to the village. That same night, the watchtower guard sees the shadow of demons entering the village. As soon as he sees this, he gets scared and rings the bell immediately to warn the villagers. When people hear the bell, they know what it means, get scared, and run to their homes quickly. We find that all the houses in this village have a basement. Whenever they feel danger, they go hide there. But Ivy is still outside waiting for Lucius to return. Before the demon reaches her, Lucius arrives at the last moment, grabs her, and runs to the house. They go down to the basement and hide, hearing the sounds of demons all night. The next morning, they come out of the basement and find a red mark painted on all the doors. Seeing this, we understand that the agreement made with these demons has been broken, and this is a warning sign for all of them. After what happened, the whole village gathers. The elders are worried, and don't understand when or how this happened. Lucius confesses to the crime he committed, telling them he went outside the village borders and saw one of the demons there, which is why the demons entered the village last night. Everyone knows Lucius did this with good intentions for the village, so they forgive him but tell him that from now on he must never leave the village. In the next scene, Ivy's sister is getting married, and the whole village is celebrating happily. After the wedding, everyone returns home and finds that someone has hung dead animals on their doors. Everyone is terrified, fearing the demons will come again tonight. Lucius goes to Ivy's house, and they sit together, deciding to get married soon. The next morning, Noah, who is mentally unstable, learns of this decision and gets very upset because he has also loved Ivy since they were children. He wants revenge, so he stabs Lucius in the stomach with a knife. Lucius's condition is critical, and his chance of survival is nearly impossible because there are no medical institutions in the village. Later, they lock Noah in a quiet room used for punishment. Ivy breaks down when she learns Noah stabbed Lucius. Even her father Edward, who is one of the elders, breaks down. Ivy's father tells her that when she lost her sight he couldn't do anything, but now he wants to enter the forest. However, Edward's wife refuses to let him go, saying they all agreed on this and cannot break the promise. At that time, Ivy decides to go to the forest to find another village and get medical help. Her father supports her, disagrees with the other elders, and gives her permission to leave. But before she starts her journey, he takes her to a secret room and tells her many secrets that no one knows. In the next scene, we see Ivy with two other boys heading toward the forest. Both are very afraid, but Ivy is not scared at all. Not a trace of fear shows on her face or in her heart. We discover that when her father Edward took her to the secret room, he told her the village's secrets. There are no demons in the forest. The truth is that all the demons in the forest are actually the elders. They go into the forest wearing demon costumes and create this terror so that no one ever leaves the village. Now Ivy knows the truth, so there is no fear in her heart or mind, unlike the other young men with her who are terrified because they hear demon sounds coming from the forest and decide to return to the village. Ivy is not affected because her father Edward they placed devices on the trees to make those sounds in the forest to mimic demons. When the wind hits these devices, they make the sounds they are hearing. On the other side in the village, two elders are upset with Edward because he let his daughter go to the forest. They all tell him, "We worked very hard for years to create this clean space in the village, and this was a secret between us that will now be revealed to the world." He tells them that won't happen, and that he explained everything to his daughter Ivy. Returning to Ivy, we see her walking in the forest when she suddenly falls into a large pit, but somehow she manages to get out. Afterward, she starts hearing demon sounds around her. Although her father told her there are no demons, she has heard many stories about the demons in the forest existing for a long time and imitating humans. Ivy breaks the stick she has in half and hears the sound of wood breaking in front of her. She throws a stone in the direction of the sound and finds someone threw a stone back at her. She realizes a demon is indeed standing in front of her and starts running away in fear. Here we see the demon chasing her. Ivy's senses are fully alert, so she runs away and stands in front of the pit she almost fell into. As soon as she feels the demon approaching, she ducks at the last moment before it grabs her, and the demon falls into the pit. In the next scene, the elders in the village go to the secret room where they were holding Noah, but they don't find him there. They also find a secret room containing animal skins and other things, meaning all the animals killed in the village were not killed by the elders. Noah was the one killing them. They get very worried, and we understand that Noah's mental health is not good at all, but he is also clever. When we return to the forest, we see him wearing the demon costume and realize he was the one chasing Ivy. He had a costume he wore while roaming the forest like the elders, meaning he knew their secret and could go into the forest at any time without fear. While the elders were playing with the minds of the villagers, Noah was also playing with the minds of the elders. But he loved Ivy, and when he found out Lucius was going to marry her, he went crazy and tried to kill him. Since then, Lucius has been in a very bad state. We then see that the demon following Ivy who fell into the pit was Noah, who dies from the fall. Afterward, Ivy continues her journey. Her father Edward had told her about a secret path to follow. While walking this path, she finds a fence and reaches a public road. We see a car pull up, and an officer gets out. Here we discover they are not in the 19th century, but in the 21st century, the time we are living in. The officer is surprised to see Ivy because the area behind the fence is called a wildlife preserve, where no one passes, and not even planes fly over because it is a no-fly zone. That is why the villagers never knew they were living in the past, but the elders knew the truth, because they were the ones who built this village. Now Ivy tells the officer she needs medical help and gives him the letter her father gave her, along with the gold she has since they have no money in the village. Although the officer wants to report it to his supervisor, when he sees Ivy's innocence and the pain she feels, he agrees to help her, gets her medicine, and leaves. Afterward, Ivy returns to the village and gives the medicine to her father. We discover here that Lucius is still alive and they give him the treatment. There, Ivy says she killed the monster in the forest, which ensures that fear remains in the hearts of the people regarding the demons. This means their secret will remain as it is, and all the people in the village will continue living this way. We learn that these children came here when they were very small and grew up into young adults, so they don't remember anything else at all. And that is where our story ends today. Stay tuned for new videos and summaries. Peace.